Hello, Thomas from Roofing Asheville, Roof Central. This is Joel from JND SEO. We spoke earlier today, so I'm sending this video over to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. So, Thomas, first thing I noticed that you have a business site. So these ones, I think you are a little bit limited on what you can put on it. Typically, I'm looking for about 1,500 words of content on the home page. With the business site, obviously, you're pretty limited, but you have definitely under 100. But the business sites they don't really bring in many visitors. So I definitely would recommend just right away getting like a domain and getting like a .com would be the best. And what that's going to do is allow you to build it up and really bring in a lot more visitors. And the reason that we want 1,500 words, number one, the more words of content you have on your homepage, the higher Google's going to rank you in searches, and they're going to say your site's stronger. But also, the more words of content on your page, the more keywords and keyword phrases you can put into that content. As just an example, I've put in roofing Asheville, North Carolina. First thing you would see if you were a new customer, you'd actually put in a phrase like this. You'd see these ads at the top of the screen. Companies just paid to basically be seen first by new customers to get more traffic and more business. After that, you're going to find this map section. Top 3 companies show up in this preview window. And these are all based on citations, and that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and Home Advisor, just to name a few. And then after that, we're going to get into our organic section. We're going to have 10 results that show up per page here. And these are all based on Google's algorithm. 2 parts that we've talked about are content and keywords. And we can actually rank our results based on what came up, right? So on our phrase, roofing Asheville, North Carolina, which is our key phrase or keyword, we would give Balkan Roofing the number 1 spot. DLV would get the number 2 spot, and Baker Roofing would be number 3. So what I've done is I took your business site here and I put it into a program called Ahrefs, and this just helps me to analyze the site. First thing, normally you'd see a header at the top of the page, although yours doesn't have that. I'm actually not sure if you have that ability on a business site. But then, what this does, it shows me just obviously your web address, and it'll be right above that where you can put your header. And in the header, you can put your name, which would make Google a little bit easier for them to find you. Now, normally here you would see some numbers, and that would be referring domains backlinks. I'll actually hold on to this and come back to it. We're also not showing any keywords or visitors to your site right now. We have 0 and 0. So the keywords really bring the visitors to your site, and we don't have any right now. So obviously we also don't have any visitors. So let's just jump over to Balkan Roofing, one of the competitors in the area. They're one of the top results actually in Asheville. And if we look at their page, I can kind of walk you through it. So they also don't have any headers up here. Just looking at their numbers, they have 66 referring domains. These 66 domains have 916 links combined total on there. So referring domains are just websites that basically they have links on, right? And if somebody clicks those links, what it does, it sends them directly back to Balkan Roofing's page. So there's 916 on these 66. So there's a good amount there. And these also function kind of as like a reference on a resume. So the more that you have kind of pointing back to your site, it's basically telling Google, listen, this person, I vouch for him, or I vouch for this site. It's a strong site. And the more you have, the stronger you'll be seen. And that will help you rank higher in searches. And then after that, we also have 959 keywords or key phrases, just like what I put into my example for the search. Roofing Asheville, North Carolina, that's a keyword or key phrase. And these are what really bring the visitors to your site. And we can see the 959 keywords they have are bringing about 846 visitors to their site every single month. So what I want to do next, I'm going to click their keywords. We can actually take a quick look at them and see where their traffic's coming from. First thing that we do see here is just kind of a term, roof decking. Now this one I would not recommend because it's a national term. There's no specific location attached to it. And that's why you have such huge volume here. So let's jump down to roofing Asheville, North Carolina, which is a really good one. And for roofing Asheville, North Carolina, 150 people search this phrase exactly like that into Google or other search engines every single month. And we see that for their position ranking, we know there's 10 results that show up per page. So really you want to be in the top 10 for this in order to get on that first page. And they're ranked number 1. So they're going to get the biggest percentage of that 150 volume by being the first result that shows up. Also, next up, roofer Asheville, North Carolina, slightly different from roofing. 100 search it like that, and they're number 1 for that. Then we have Asheville Roofer, 80 more search it, and they're number 1. So the more phrases that you can kind of collect and get on the top 10 for, the higher you're going to rank, and it's also going to bring in more visitors. These are what really bring you in the visitors. They have a good one here, roofing contractor, Asheville, North Carolina, 150, number 2 for that one. But the key here is that they're ranked really high for all of these, and just the more keywords you have that are really good ones, and the more locations you work, you can have more keywords for each location. Then you basically, you can just get more and more traffic, and you really start to pile it up. All right, so what I would recommend for you, Thomas, is if we built you out, a typical site on a .com or whatnot, we could definitely get you those 1,500 keywords. We'd put that in there. We'd get you, even if we started out, we'd probably target 5 to 8 keywords, but let's just say we target 5. On those 5 keywords, we should be able to get you, let's just call it 100 visitors right away. In the first 3 months or so, and those 100 visitors would come out to be about 50 calls to your number every single month. And those 50 calls, but even let's just say it's 20 calls, right? It should be 50 or around 50, but let's just say it's 20. If it's 20 calls, those 20 calls, you might get 10 estimates off the 20 calls. And off those 10 estimates, depending on what your conversion ratios are, but most people would probably say at least 40%. There'd be 4 deals a month, but let's just say it's 20%, right? So that would be 2 more deals every single month for you and your business. So that, that would jump you up 24 more deals for the year. And obviously, like I said, we went really low with 20%. If it was 40% that you close on your estimates, we're talking about 48 more deals a year, sorry. And you can see where that would make a difference. I will give you a call just to follow up, but thank you for your time. Really appreciate it, and I look forward to hearing from you.